Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Likin Mokera. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are going to do something rather different. The government has said that it wants to ban boarding primary schools in Kenya. I can say that 70% is okay with it and another 30% is not okay with it, because many of us, the big people, we have grown in primary schools, boarding primary schools, and we turned out just okay. I'm going to give my own view on how I think of how the government wants to do this. Why my take is that they should consider maybe from grade 1 to grade 6 they shouldn't go to boarding schools in primary. So from grade 7 to above, junior secondary, I think that is when boarding schools should be introduced in primary schools, in children, if at all it is to ban boarding primary schools in Kenya. Let me tell you, there are children who are really happy when they are in boarding schools. Why? Back at home, you don't know what they are going through. There are children who are treated roughly when they go back to their parents, when they go back home. I remember when I was a young kid, I remember when I was a young kid, I could see some children. There were certain numbers of children, like you'll find 4 to 3 children who wouldn't want school to close. They were like, me, I don't want to go home. And you ask them why, they couldn't tell. But even when it came to visitation, they were not happy, or maybe they were not even visited. That is when, if they're in primary school, you'll find that some of the children, why am I saying this? Some of the children in our society, they're really being mishandled. They are assaulted by their parents. Yeah, their parents who assault their own kids. You'll find they are being overworked and then not be given food. You know, there's some cases that when you go home, you thin. But when you're in school, you fatten up because there's no stress. The only stress that is giving you is reading hard. Yeah, maintaining your grades. So in that situation, you'll find that there's some kids who are happy in school other than being home. Yeah, you'll find that there are kids who are beaten so much, like maybe they're living with their step parents, and you know, some of the step parents, yeah, they're not taking care, they don't care about the children. So maybe the kids are living with sponsors, or maybe the kids who are in primary school, they are being sponsored by maybe an organization or maybe somebody. So life in school is okay, but when they go back home, the situation is different. So I really think they should really consider on banning primary schools, boarding primary schools. I think it is efficient, it is good, because some of us have grown up in boarding schools and we turned out just okay. We matured very fast. We have known how to take care of ourselves. We have known some of the basic things, personal stuff, how to take, like hygiene and everything, because they're being taught in school how to relate with people, how to relate with your own people, like the age group. It is very important. I think boarding schools are very important in children, but it's optional. You're not forced to take your child to a boarding school. If you can afford it, well and good. If you can't, take your kid to school however you want, and he or she will come out just okay. So the government should be slow, waende pole pole. The government should go slow on this. My take is they shouldn't ban. Okay, the 70% is saying that is the best decision ever the government has done in Kenya, banning boarding primary schools, because maybe the parents don't, like, they don't have, like, they're saying that the parents don't have time with their children. They don't know the children very well. They don't know their manners very well, because when they're in boarding school, it's a long period of time. When they come back home, it's a short period of time. So that time of knowing your child very well is limited. Yeah, that is what the 70% is saying. The 30% is not agreeing to banning of boarding schools. Yeah, maybe because the situations that they are in is forcing them to put their kids in boarding schools. Yeah, maybe the type of work, or maybe where you're living. There's so many cases as to why parents take their children to school, to boarding primary schools. Yeah, so that is my take. My take is they should consider, and if at all it's to ban boarding primary schools, it's from grade 1 to grade 6. Yeah, you will find that there are children who are being taken to boarding primary schools at age 4. That doesn't make any sense. That is the most critical time of a child's life, like digesting, digesting stuff, making decisions, self-awareness too. I think the parent should be with the kid during this time, 4 years to, that age is very critical. I don't know why parents take their children to boarding school at age 4. They don't even know how to wipe themselves. They don't know how to use the toilet. That is torture, So at least have some time with your kid, and when you decide to take the kid to primary school, that should be from grade 7, junior high school. Yeah, junior high school. I think that is where boarding primary school should start. Yes, that is my take. Comment down below on what your take is about the government banning boarding primary schools in Kenya. This is Lekini Makera. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like the video, subscribe to my channel, comment, like, and share. Until next time, don't miss for more videos. Adios.